What's good, guys? Cybernetic here. Recently, I've been kind of sweating on Captive, and I was thinking about the maps and how some are definitely better than others for the two different roles. So I decided to make a rank list of the maps in Roblox Captive, worst to best. We aren't counting the old maps because I haven't been playing long enough to see them and know them accurately. So, because the update that added these maps was a long time ago even now, so yeah, I'll only be counting the current 7 maps in the game. And yeah, so here is my ranking. Number 7, Space Station. I can't say any of these maps are really bad, but this one is definitely the worst. It's really dark and a bit cramped in some places, which makes it hard for the beast. Plus, this one is the only one that I haven't memorized due to the weirdness of the layout. So you may say that, oh, it looks cool and modern, but nah, I think it just looks kind of mid, so that's why it's going in last. Alright, number 6, School. This one is very unbalanced. Unbalanced being it's hard for one role, but really easy for another role. But it's a really big map comparative to most of the others, except a few. And I have won one round with the beast in 4 years, and that was with 1 survivor. But if you do get survivor, then it's pretty good, because basically every room has a vent that you can just scurry through and head to the next room, except for the fact that nobody selects this map in the map vote, so it's rare to play it. And it's not the worst looking map in the game, but I'm a bit biased because, it is a school. But yeah, I think this is a good spot for it because I always rage quit when being the beast. Alright, number 5, Train Station. Fun fact, for footage for this map, it was so rare for me to get for some reason that I went through 17 rounds before Train Station got selected. 17 rounds, bro. I just left and joined and finally it popped up. I do not know the odds of that, but it's pretty rare probably. All I have to say about it is that it's kind of mid, it's smallish, it has a decent layout, and that's really all I have to say. It's not bad, but there are a bunch of better maps here. It's pretty balanced, yeah. Number 4, Arcade. This is one of the 3 nostalgic ones on here for me. Back in the day, they would always get selected, and I just have a bunch of memories of playing in them with my elementary school friends. These are Arcade, Farm, and Prison. Arcade is a pretty cool map. It's decent size with a bunch of stuff in it, and I feel like it's pretty balanced. The only bad thing I have to say about Arcade is that the room left of the bathrooms is so annoying for me when I'm the beast. It feels like it's impossible to get the survivors if they're in there. Otherwise, it's a good map. Alright, number 3, Mansion. The newest map on here. I haven't really had time to fully know this map as I have the other ones since it's so new and was added during the time I wasn't playing Roblox much. But this is a really good map. It's big, but it's also possible for the beast. It's really kind of nicely Halloween themed, and it's different than most of the other ones on here. I also think the maze is a cool feature, and it adds a layer of coolness to a chase through here, even though it can be annoying. My first video was actually filmed on this map, fun fact, and this is where some of the maze footage came from. But yeah, overall, Mansion is chill. Mansion's chill. Number 2, Prison. This is the runner-up map, and rightfully so. This entire map has a just solid look about it. A good thing I like about it is that it's pretty empty. But unlike Space Station, which is just lacking in emptiness, the emptiness is actually adding to the map. You can run around and just not run into anything, and that's pretty good. You can just get chased through all the vents and all the doors and just nothing happens. There's not random beds and lamps in your way like in Mansion. It's also really balanced, so the beast and survivor get equal fairness. And also, this map was where I once randomly joined a party with the top people on the leaderboard at the time, and I was the beast, and I became a sweat, bruh, and I beat them all, and I just captured all of them. I'm not sure if they let me do that, but still. I think this is a good number 2 spot. And if you've played Captive and know all the maps, you know my number 1 is by now, which is Farm. This is the first map I ever played in, and I can still remember that one round. I was a survivor, and my friend was the beast, and I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do? And I went into the big barn, and I was like hacking the computer in there, and then my friend came in, and he captured me and put me in the freezing pod. But another guy saved me, and my friend tried to capture me again, but I climbed up the ladder and jumped off, and I nuked bro, and I got away. So that was pretty cool. This map is probably like the most Captive map. It feels like this was the reason they used Flee the Facilities idea, because they did, but it's still a better game. I'm standing by that. Like, it feels like this was the reason they used it, like to make a whole different game, but with the same concept, because you never see this map in FTF. Aside from that, you're probably saying, oh, this is a really big map. Doesn't that mean the beast is actually cooked, chopped, broiled, and fried like in school? No, it's actually a pretty stable, balanced map for the survivors and the beast, just because there's a lot of wide open spots for the beast to catch up with the players if they're chasing them, but also you can pretty easily hack the computers without the beast catching you inside the house or in the barn or anywhere basically. But yeah, I stand by Farm as my number 1 spot for the best map inside Captive. And that's the end of the ranking. So if you liked it, then consider liking this video, and if you want to see more Roblox and Captive stuff, stay tuned. Also, I would love to hear if you have anything to say about the ranking or have one of your own, so if you do, post them in the comments. Alright, adios.